Hello, I'm John. Welcome to my channel, Disquiet and Dragons, and in this video I'm going to be opening a brand new horror subscription box. Hello and welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing well wherever you are in the world. Something a bit different for this video. I've subscribed to a new horror subscription box. It's from a company called A Box of Stories, who are already well established, and they did loads of subscription boxes where it's either fantasy or science fiction, all kinds of different books, but they never had a horror subscription until they launched one last year, which I'm really excited about. I always wish that they do one. They do really cool work, A Box of Stories. I think every year there's about 200,000 different titles released in paperback in the UK, and I think only 17% of those, it's on the Box of Stories website, the exact figures, but only about 17% of those receive a great deal of advertising or get pushed from the publisher, and a ridiculous amount of books get sent to be pulped. And what A Box of Stories do is they acquire a large number of these hidden gems, I suppose, and they pop them into different subscription boxes and send them out to readers to discover books they may never have found before. So as I said earlier, they released, it was like a pre-order last December, and my horror box recently arrived. I actually subscribed to the Horror Box Plus, so there's I think there's maybe like snacks or drinks or little free, well, not free, but little gifts on top of the books that you receive. As for the books, I don't know what I'm going to get. Hopefully it'll be something to my tastes. With it being horror, I should be okay as long as it's not zombies. I don't want to read about zombies. I'm not really a zombie fan. But if there's anything like, if there's some extreme horror or supernatural, like ghost type stuff, anything along those lines, I'll be more than happy. But yeah, here's the box. Came in a nice plain black box. I'll be able to use that for something afterwards. But yeah, I'll open it up, and as I take each thing out, I'll hold it up to the camera, and I'll read you the synopsis on any of the books that I get. So let's have a look. Right, so bit of packaging, you don't want to see that. First item. Oh, tote bag of some description. Oh, that's pretty cool. Alright, so it's black cotton, I imagine, tote bag. There you go. And the text on the front is like some skeleton hands making a heart sign. It says the creepier the better. Yeah, can't argue with that. But I do use tote bags, quite like them. I don't use them in the proper way. I just kind of like grab them by the handle and just bimble off down the street with them. But yeah, I find them really useful when I go book shopping, because then I put my books that I get in the tote bag, and then the tote bag goes in my backpack. Yeah, really cool. So happy with that. Have to excuse me, I haven't got my glasses on. Oh, coffee, little packet of coffee granules by the looks of it. So I do like coffee in the morning, so that'll get used. So 2 for 2 so far, happy with that. Tiny little box. Really nicely packaged, got a little bow on it and everything, all in black. So, oh, I know what that is. It's a little metal bookmark in the shape of a feather by the looks of it. The camera will probably go weird, but I'll take a photo of this. I'll put a photo up in a second. But Yeah, that's a really nice little surprise. Can go in my collection of. I've got so many bookmarks, but you can never have enough bookmarks, can you? So there's that. So 3 for 3. It's a little envelope. Let's have a look. Oh, please excuse me, I'm going to have to get my glasses. Right. Oh, so it's a little sticker or a little magnet. It says, you shall reap what you sow. Oh, okay. That can go on the fridge later. Oh, that's cool. It says historical. On the back it says, horror, a box of stories. On the front, it's a tarot card, like designed like a tarot card. It says historical on it. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I do like tarot cards and oracle decks. I really like that kind of thing. So there's a letter. I'll just have a quick read, make sure it doesn't spoil anything. Yeah, I'm okay to read this, I think. Congratulations, you're part of the very first batch of subscribers to the Horror Box by A Box of Stories. We're thrilled to have you on this exciting journey with us. Each book in this box has been carefully selected to surprise and captivate you with stories that might have otherwise been lost forever. By being here, you're not just a reader, you're a story saver. Thank you for being part of this special launch. We couldn't have done it without passionate readers like you. Here's to chills, thrills, and unforgettable tales. Happy reading, the A Box of Stories horror team. So, yeah, that's just a little thank you. But it was actually really well priced because I was like an early adopter to the subscription box. I think it was $24.99 including the postage, and it looks like it's 3 books, the items that I've just showed you as well. So I think that is discounted because I was like quite early to subscribe. I think it's about £30 normally, but depending on what books you get, that could still be really good. So I'll just put the little envelope to the side. We'll get on to the first book. So David Barnett, Withered Hill. And there's a drawing on the front, like very pagan type drawing. So I think this could be a folk horror, which folk horror. Oh, I hope it is. I'll just read the synopsis for you. Oh, I'll hold the. That's the book. So a really cool cover. Yeah, I really like that. So yeah. A year ago, Sophie Wickham stumbled into the isolated Lancashire village of Withered Hill, naked, alone, and suffering from amnesia. Surrounded by a thick ring of woodland, its inhabitants are of another world, drenched in dark pagan traditions. Sophie makes multiple attempts to escape, soon realizing she is a prisoner. But is it the locals who keep her trapped? Smiles on their faces, or something else lurking in the forest? Outside. In London, Sophie leads a chaotic life with too many drunken nights and inappropriate men, but she's stopped in her tracks by strange messages warning that someone is coming for her. With no idea who to trust or where to turn for help, the missives become more insistent and more intimidating, urging Sophie to make her way to a place called Withered Hill. That sounds really good. I really do like it. So it sounds like it's done in 2 parts. The story's in 2 parts. But yeah, strange villages, creepy woodlands, odd locals, traditions and pagan rituals. Yeah, that sounds right up my street. I'll definitely enjoy reading that one, I would imagine. But I'm looking at that cover, I do recognise it. I might have bought that on Kindle. So, not sure. I'll have to check. Right, go to the next one. Right, we have Bone Harvest by James Brogden. That's actually an author I do recognise. I have another one of his books. I haven't read it yet. I think it's called The Plague Stones, which is another folk horror. So I'm taking a guess with Bone Harvest that this is a folk horror as well. Another wonderful cover. Really like that. Oh, it's reflecting on the light a little bit. Yeah. Bit of a chunky book. Oh, the text is quite big though, so... But I'll just read the synopsis for you. You shall reap what you sow. Oh! Hang on. Is that what the... Oh, yes, yeah, so the magnet must be to go alongside the book. So I'll start again. You shall reap what you sow. Struggling with the effects of early onset dementia, Denny Keeling now leads a quiet life. Her husband is dead, her children are grown, and her best friend Sarah was convicted of murdering her abusive husband. After Sarah's tragic death in prison, Denny has found solace in her allotment, and all she wants is to be left to tend it in peace. Life remains quiet for 12 years until 3 strangers take on a nearby plot, and Denny starts to notice unnatural things. Shadowy figures prowl at night, plants flower well before their time, and then Sarah appears, bringing dire warnings and vanishing after dashing symbols on the walls in Denny's own blood. Denny soon realises that she is face to face with an ancient evil. But with her dementia steadily growing worse, who is going to believe her? That sounds pretty good as well. Definitely folk horror by the sounds of it. But yes, I'd say out of the 2 books so far, they're 2 books that I definitely want to read. And no zombies. So gotta be happy with that. So yeah, it looks like on to the last book. So I'll get rid of the box. Listen to Your Sister by Nina Veal. I'm sorry for mispronouncing that name. I'm bound to have said it wrong, but there's the book. I have to say, each one of these books has had a really striking cover. But yeah, I'll read the synopsis for you. 25-year-old Cara Williams is struggling since becoming guardian to her brother Jamie. Cara is overwhelmed and tired of being the one who makes sacrifices to keep the family together. Jamie, full of good-natured 16-year-old recklessness, is usually off fighting for what matters to him or getting into mischief, often at the same time. Dre, their brother, promised he would help raise Jamie, but now the ink is dry on the paperwork, and in classic middle child fashion, he's off doing his own thing. And through it all, the nightmare never stops haunting Cara, recurring images of her brother's dying that she is powerless to stop. When Jamie's actions at a protest spiral out of control, the siblings must go on the run. Taking refuge in a remote cabin that looks like it belongs on a slasher movie poster rather than an Airbnb listing, the siblings now face a new threat where their lives and reality hang in the balance. Their sister always warned them about her nightmares. They really should have listened. So that sounds like it could be a supernatural tale of some description, maybe. But I don't think this sounds as much fun as the other 2. I think the other 2 are very much more my kind of thing. But this still sounds quite intriguing. Out of the 3 books I got, I'll definitely at some point get to them. They all sound really good in their own way. I think the one I like the sound of the most is the first book that came out, Withered Hill. Yeah, closely behind that was, what was it, Bone Harvest. They both sound really cool, but I think that was because they were obviously folk horror and my kind of thing. But yeah, more than happy with that. Um, Little bookmark, cool bag, some coffee, and 3 books. It was £24.99. I'm sure it was something like that. So I think value for money, can't go wrong with that. As a first box, I think a box of stories knocked out of the park, to be honest. I think they did really well with it. Um, I think the next box comes out in April. So I think I'll definitely give the subscription another try and see what comes in the second box. Um, but yeah, if it's something that you think you'd like, I know a box of stories are a UK company. I don't know if they ship worldwide or not, um, but they do have a website, so the information would probably be on there. They do what they do, like fantasy box and science fiction boxes and crime boxes and all that kind of thing. I'm pretty much whatever type of fiction you like, they've probably got a box for you, especially now that they've made a horror box. But yeah, with that box opened, that's about it for this video. So I'll leave it there. As always, I hope you're enjoying what you're reading. I hope you're well wherever you are. Thanks for watching and subscribing, and I'll see you on the next one. That's about it for now. You take care. Bye.